my heavy treads, and the sound of a traffic outside echoing in my ears, filling the empty room with some semblance of life. Nana would scold me if she ever hears me walk like that. But after today, I can't remember it. I can't give a damn about everything. The mattress creaks under my weight as I unceremoniously flop down on it, and I find myself looking at the paper under my grip. Oh, Miss Wright. As promised, Miss Wright had my bike delivered at the back to my apartment. Be there. I found it parked in the rack downstairs with an invitation on the note tacked to it. In fact, be there, it said. If only that it were that easy. But I'll give it a chance. But it'd give me a chance to talk to her about that thing in their house. With a sigh, I let my hand fall to the side of the bed with the invitation. I'll think about it tomorrow when my head ain't muddled with thoughts of a headless woman and the haunting smiles of a ghost. Whew, okay. I don't know how to respond to that, but okay. Belatedly, it occurs to me I haven't eaten anything since I left this morning, and an empty gnawing ache, it makes itself unknown. I can't bring myself to stand up. Today was a complete waste of time, and frankly a disappointment. I don't like this. The lack of certainty, the disquiet, the lack of stable ground to stand on, the part where I do not know what will come tomorrow. Ever since that damn letter, everything has been thrown out of the loop. I wish everything stayed the same. Yeah. Routine would have been easier to make sense of than this. Closing my eyes, I let the noise from the streets below lull me to sleep. At the very least, that's the one thing that hasn't changed. Whew, okay, the melody carries into the hall before I cross the threshold. Solemn but gentle soothing, a reminder what home is. Pause firm but meaningful gaze, moss wishful smiles, the warm rays filtering through the eaves at sunset, and distinct smell of wet earth and leaves after a long day's rain and our room. The room, and paused pride and joy. A place where we once promised several springs ago. Yet it won't stop.
No, wait! Come back! I'll be good this time!
Oh shit.
Please don't leave! Please stay!
The floorboards are cold under my feet more than usually is. The walls more forbidding. Father. Wait, what? There was only the blinding fear, but when the light breaks. Oh shit, oh god. I've read this before. A scream ripples through the air. My body feels distant. Every limb heavy with lead and unable to move at will. Let me save this just in case Zach dies. Hold on. Not even so I can wipe the beads of sweat forming at my temple. The rasping of my breath easily fills the room in the wee hours while I force it back into a steady rhythm. There is tightness in my chest I can't shake off. My heart pounding against it as if it's about to burst out. There's something cold something cold has settled in my legs. Not the usual not the usual chill that comes and goes with the passing breeze from the window, but one strong enough to sting, shackle, and leave a frigid sensation creeping up my skin. With every struggle I make, the pressure winds firmly around my legs, tighter and tighter and tighter, all until it becomes too much. My heart stops. Another draft sweeps into the room and brings with it the iron tang of blood, thick, suffocating, filling my nose with a foul, sickening smell as I shift down my gaze and it slowly comes to view. Oh shit. Oh hell no. A mouth stretched with a hideous smile and eyes brimming with nothing but madness. The stench of gore taints the air around me as I can't look away from it. Her, the terror of death that she uncanny twisted features alone scream. I try to open my mouth to shout and ask for any help, but my voice has left my body altogether. Shit. All I have is the painful realization that no kind of plea will save me from her. Then suddenly the bed drips. Oh God! The brutal plunge back into myself jerks me awake. There is no ear-splitting scream, no thrashing of limbs, just a painful constricting awareness that something has wound itself tightly around my neck. I waste no second pulling a blanket away. But allow myself a few minutes to steady my breathing before getting out of bed. Inhale, hold, exhale. 1 step, 2 step, 3. But the dreams have gotten worse. Ever since 2 days ago, no longer are they small cursory flashes that I'm used to, but vivid ones that linger. I can still feel the blood in my hands, the putrid smell of rotting flesh, the sickening crunch of bones breaking with every movement, and her cold, chilling eyes as they bore into me. I draw in one long, ragged breath, and before I know it, I'm walking out the door. Even in the waking world, it reeks. A bench on the park is far from the most private place for thoughts in Luxembourg, but considering its location at the heart of a bustling city. But in the early hours of the morning, it provides enough peace and quiet for any poor problematic soul who happens to wander here. The city just waking up a little later than usual. But knowing what day it is, one can't fault it for being a little tardy just this once. Yet, the pleasant morning chill, nor the soft twittering of birds does anything to banish the images. Every single one has rooted itself into my head. In my head, its claws digging deeper in, no matter what safe place to hide in.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down.
Easy.
My
It used to be
fair
easy.
lady. Take a
Right?
key and lock
Finding
him up. Lock him
finding
up.
some pretense
Lock him up.
of pace
Take a key
under
and lock
the
him
guise
up. My
of shit
fair
obviously
lady.
following a regular
London
routine.
Bridge is falling
Now,
down, falling
I don't know what
down,
to make it.
falling down.
Sometimes
London
it's
Bridge
easier
is
to run,
falling down,
easier to
my
hide
fair
when
lady.
everything's
Take
falling
a
apart.
key and lock him up.
That way
Lock
you
him
don't have
up. Lock
to
him up.
be the first to
Take a
witness
key and lock
when it
him up.
does.
My fair lady.
It worked when things went bad in the movie,
London
after all.
Bridge is falling down,
It also worked
falling
when Ma
down,
and Pop were
falling
taken from
down.
us.
London Bridge is falling down. My fair
Though the
lady.
sentiment's a little
Take a
hypocritical when
key
you
and
think
lock
about
him
my
up.
little talk
Lock
with Miss
him
Wright
up.
the other day.
Lock him up. Take
that's
a
how it
key
is.
and lock him up. My
Maybe it really
fair
better.
lady.
Maybe it is really better if I just.
Hey, mister.
Who the hell are you? The tiny voice gives me a pause. I look up, and a little girl, maybe about 6 or 7, is peering at me. Didn't your parents teach you not to talk to strangers? Two wide eyes, overflowing with what I can only be natural curiosity one typically sees in children. I vaguely note that straight Garrity uniform she's wearing before returning her greeting.
Hey kid.
Kylie.
Kylie?
Kylie?
As in Kylie Jenner? I'm just kidding.
That's my name. Mama said it's rude not to call people by their names.
I mean, true, but she also told you it's not. Did she ever tell you not to talk to strangers? She then flops down with an empty space behind me. Her little legs too short to touch the ground. Swings in tune with a song she hums under her breath. I don't mind kids. Nana would invite the ones in our neighborhood to give them treats. What kind of... Okay. Of course, by then, Sis and I were too old to play with them, but you get used to the commotion eventually. It's not completely as unpleasant as most people would imply. Kylie seems like a well-behaved kid anyway.
Oh, sorry. Nice to meet you, Kylie. Is Mama here?
No, but my big brother's with me.
Big brother. Let me guess, her brother's Ashton.
He's taking pictures with his camera over there.
She points to the far end of the park, the one closest to the street, where a kid is taking shots of something above him. It doesn't look to be birds because there is nothing on that side of the park or building.
I don't see what's so interesting with the tip of a building, though. I'd take pictures of dogs if I were him. They're cute.
True.
Do you have a camera too, mister?
Yeah, I'm actually a photographer.
Mama said I'm too young to get a camera.
You're also too young to have a phone, but
I'm sure your mama will eventually give you one.
when you're older,
But won't you be late for school like this?
Big brother will get us there on time. Rowan promised Papa.
Rowan.
We aren't going to be late. It's sports day. So if it ends up raining
Ah,
and
shit.
we lose, it's your fault.
Ah, shit. I didn't mean... My fault. I accidentally...
We aren't going to be late. It's sports day. So it's not good if you keep looking like that today.
All right, I'll try not to upset the clouds today, kid.
Kylie.
Is it because you're sick, mister?
Before I know it, a smile has spread over my face. They say kids are the toughest questions sometimes. They say kids ask the toughest questions sometimes, and they sure do, with how sincere Kylie looks. Lying feels like doing her a huge disservice.
No, Not sick. Just having a very, very bad day.
Why is that? Is that like when my big brother ate all of my pudding? He did that once and then cried. It wasn't very nice of him.
Yeah, I think so. You see, there's this mean girl. She's giving my friends and I a lot of trouble. Hard to keep up when things are like that, you know? Especially when you can't do anything. It's kind of scary. Makes you wish things will just stay as peaceful as they used to be.
Maybe she
Fuck.
just wants to be friends with you?
Damn, I pressed the wrong button. Hold on, I pressed it too early.
It's kind of scary. Makes you wish things will just stay as peaceful as they used to be.
My...
I highly doubt that. She already hurt one of my friends.
What if she's just sad? Or maybe she just wants help.
Well, she got a weird way of helping people.
That's what happened with Melody. I let her borrow my crayon when she left hers. Now we're playmates.
It's not really the same thing, Kylie. What she did, they're pretty bad things.
I still think there's another reason. Did you try talking to her? That's what Mama said I should do.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll work either.
Well, she attacked Isabella, so. Yeah, I don't think that would work.
You haven't even tried yet. You sound like Rowan. You're just scared, mister.
I have a name, you know. That strikes a chord. Maybe it's honesty in her tone or simply the truth in the words itself. I don't know why, but I can't help it. I laugh. Loud enough to disturb an elderly couple taking a leisure walk nearby.
Why are you laughing?
That's nothing. You're a really smart kid, you know that?
That's what I've been doing, ain't it? Go full speed ahead and then backtrack when the going gets tough. Stay in my safe zone because that's what I know. Once Dr. Navarro said I should be the first one willing to deal with my problems before anyone else. I didn't show up in our next appointment after that, but he's right. Though I hate to admit it, knowing what I've seen, but the kid makes a good point too. I've been so caught up thinking there might not be a way out. Maybe there isn't, or maybe there is. But that doesn't mean I should just leave it up to fate.
You better get to school, though, or you'll miss sports day. You should have won yourself some awards, alright?
Alright. Can I show it to you when I do? That can cheer people up, right?
In the distance, her brother calls for her. I took that as a sign to leave. Got things to do, to face. The first few steps, they say.
Nah, I'm good now, I think. Thanks to you. Besides, Mister needs to go. But you should show it to Mama and Papa. I'm sure they'll be proud of you, Kylie.
I will. Thanks, mister. Bye.
Okay, interesting. I give her a little pat on the head before heading my way. A little gesture of thanks from a stranger she didn't know. She might have helped. She may not understand it now, even though, at such a young age, she already has this understanding of things. But maybe when she's older, when the world no longer seems too big for her.
But aren't you going to help me, mister?
What?
With what?
Confused, I glance back. Oh, God! She has that Jim Carrey... Bro, what is up with these characters having this Jim Carrey smile? Like, what the hell? Oh, good. Whatever cheer our little top brought us has vanished under the shadows suddenly in my dancing in my eyes. The frigid air is mostly definitely not how the morning chill should feel like, bitter, stringy, unwelcoming. And the kid?
What do you think, mister? Are you going to help me?
Hell no!
Leave us alone! What did we do to you?
Hell no! The response never comes, however. When I blink, gone.
Hello? Mister? Are you okay?
For several passing seconds, I let my stare linger on her face, waiting for any sign of another change. All that remains in there is the carefree smile of a child. None of the spite of the cold, bloody smile.
Nothing. I really need to go, Kylie. It was nice meeting you.
See you again, mister!
No, you won't see me again, actually. I break into a run. I don't look back. Not even as I bump into a couple of passerbys as soon as I'm out on the busy streets. Going insane. This is what it is. Hell no, I'm not helping you. When you're smiling at me like that, I'm not helping you. No, don't be smiling at me like you're Jim Carrey or the Joker, no. And if we don't do something soon, we all will be. The tremors follow me even as I get home. I hoped a little stroll around the block for a few hours would help. Instead, I am assaulted with more images of her. The smiling, the loathing in her eyes, the stench of gore, the horrid crunch that comes with every movement she makes. Oh God. I'm not gonna lie, that I was not expecting that. Even old memories have been sullied by her, and Ma's song no longer sounds as sweet as it meant to be. In the end, all I got is a sinking feeling that will never be rid of. I will never be rid of her image, and another ridiculous idea that may or may not even work. The sun is already hanging low on the horizon when I make it back, and for the first time, coming home feels more like a chore. Only I didn't arrive in an empty room, because as soon as I open the door, I'm greeted none other than
Sup, Z-Man?
fucking Ashton. Really?
I told you we should have called him before going here.
It's fine.
I see. It is that Ashton I see first. It is Ashton that I see first, comfortably sitting on my couch, munching on a bag of chips, with both feet propped on top of the coffee table. Oh man. I mean, I can't look, man. I get that they're friends, but sometimes, bro, you can't be doing shit like that. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if my friends are at my house or apartment. If I'm not around, but I'd be more so, if anything, I'd be annoyed. I'm like, dude, what are you doing in here? And dude, what are you doing? I'd be like, bro, what are you doing in here? And how did you even get in here? Whatever proverbial stone has made a home at The pit of my stomach automatically flies right out the window at the sight of him. But before any exploration can set in, my attention is taken by the other occupant in the room. That being Isabella. Isabella perches on the only chair in the room, attempting to make herself smaller, it seems, from how closely she's hugging her arms against her. Nevertheless, she gives me a small smile when she notices my stare. Yet somehow, it ain't any warmth in it like it's supposed to have.
Hey, Zach. Sorry we just barged in here. Ash was...
Relax. Z-Man gave me a copy of the key himself.
Of course he did. Of course I did.
Only after you broke the 13th one? I can't keep replacing them every time you think it'd be a good idea to break into my apartment. And stop calling me Z-Man!
I didn't break anything this time.
Valid point.
Ash, just because I gave you a key doesn't mean you can just stroll in here whenever you want to.
Yeah.
And, hey, is that my...
Ash smirks at me because, of course, he has the gall to smirk, knowing what he did. He pops in what is likely the last piece of chip in his mouth and folds the wrapper neatly on the table before throwing it on the nearby trash. From her chair, Isabella shoots me an apologetic smile as soon as the foil hits the waste bin with a dull duck thunk. Common sense dictates that I should be angry. Rightfully, you should be. But after everything, having something normal play out in front of me, no matter how childish their antics can get, I can't bring myself to muster even a tidbit of it. Behind me, the television starts blowing the music for the end credits of a movie. They have been waiting for a while. If Ash got impatient enough to rummage through my cupboards and watch something.
Of course he eats all of it. You know, I was saving that for the weekend. Did you at least share some with Bella?
Don't worry about it. I'm good, Zach.
Really? It's free food, you know. What was that you usually say? You don't say no to free food? What happened?
No, I'm just not hungry.
Huh. That's odd. Ash only shrugs at the question in my eyes. I can't be the only one who finds this vibe she's giving off to be odd, and the guy has no doubt already caught wind of it.
Aye. But if you want something, just say so. I've got a fully restocked pantry right here at your disposal. Still not a 5-star level thing, but for an empty stomach, it'd do. Just say the word.
Thanks, Zach. Maybe next time. Food is not really what we came here for. Ash, he's the one who...
She casts a brief glance at Ash, and in an instant he sits up. Every trace of amusement is gone from his face as he claps his hands in front of him and leans forward. A minuscule gesture meant to ease, yet the grim expression on him tells a different story altogether.
All right, you two, what's this about? I don't like those looks.
Oh boy. A short but tense pause follows. They're both stalling. Under normal circumstances, I wait. But with these two, the more you force it, the more they clamp down on it. But as handful of seconds continue to slip by, the unsettling feeling in me also grows with it. Soon it turns into impatience. Before I can demand a response, though, one of them finally speaks up. It is Isabella who breaks it first.
We just thought we should check on you.
Uh-huh.
After what happened to Rose,
Please don't tell me something happened again.
I hope not.
No, nothing. None so far. And we're keeping it that way as much as possible.
Ash, it's not that easy. This isn't some...
We don't know that. Let me...
The bitter frustration in his tone is impossible to miss, but he catches it as soon as Isabella draws back. He allows himself a moment to breathe before dropping it, for one less harsh, more tempered. gentler.
Let me look at this first, okay? I agreed to help, but you've got to let me handle things from now on.
I already told you everything.
There must be something we're not seeing in this just yet. We'll sort this out, but no more silly ideas and running around on your own. You're making people worry more than necessary. Becca, especially.
So everything's fine.
Depends on who you're asking. How are things with you? Anything odd?
Shit, aside from a little girl having a creepy smile.
Good, I guess. Admittedly, how things went down at the housewarming party last night threw me off a bit.
Yeah.
I'm not asking about that. Remember the letter thing Isabella's been yapping on about?
What about it?
I'm asking about that kind of odd.
I look at him. Gaped more like. His serious expression doesn't waver despite the perplexed look I give him. I shoot him. There is a brief second I let pass as I wait for the heavens to fall somewhere. It doesn't come. The sky is bathed in vibrant reddish hues as it waits for the night to arrive. Luxborn is still the same busy city, and everything in my room still appears as it did a second ago, including the unnerving ticking on my wall clock. But if Ashton, calm, cool, collected, always logical Ashton, takes interest in this, something or someone must have fucked shit up somewhere.
Well, the dreams, they're a lot worse than usual. There's a woman now, ever since we saw that letter.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same one Isabella talked about. Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. I really don't want to go back to sleep sometimes. Last night was the worst.
Yeah.
Anyway, why are you asking about this?
Rose's death isn't just a coincidence, Zach.
What do you mean?
It may have something to do with... I may have...
Wait. Stop right there for a sec, Bella. I thought you ain't buying this stuff, Ash. Just the other day, you said the exact same thing.
Yeah, so why are you bringing it up right now? Why are you bringing it up now after Rose, well, after what happened to Rose?
I still don't, but even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something.
Rebecca? Wait, Rebecca has seen something?
Whatever this is, someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
Are you sure you even have the time? Ain't you busy with your current case?
I got taken off that one.
Damn.
You didn't say you were taken off your case.
I just got the news this morning. Apparently the higher-ups think I'm doing a horrendous job at it. It doesn't matter though. If these two cases are connected like I initially thought, then regardless, I'm on the right track.
What two cases? I mean, we know about the Rose case.
Are you sure we should even be doing this?
Doing what exactly?
There's someplace we'll visit after this.
Too vague for comfort, Ash. And please don't tell me you're bringing her with you.
Who, Isabella? His affirmation comes in the form of a stare, but that alone says all I need to know. What I pointed out gives him a pause, though, as his voice is thick with hesitation when he addresses Isabella.
You know what? Zach's right, Isabella. You don't have to come with me.
Yeah. Cause, yeah.
It's not myself I'm worried about. It's you. I'll just do this myself, if it'll get you into more trouble with your superiors. At least I can make up an excuse why I need to be there.
Don't be ridiculous. You're not walking in there without me. Besides, I think it's a little too late to back out now. Have you two seen the news this morning?
Why? What happened?
I haven't, actually. Mama called, and I was busy.
The change in air around her was small, cannot have gone unnoticed, and it takes every willpower not to ask. Probably the only thing reigniting is my curiosity. And my curiosity is the fact that Ash himself hasn't brought it up earlier.
No problem. It should be in the afternoon news as well.
What are you talking about? Oh shit! He grabs the remote and cycles through the numerous channels until he gets to the news report about a guy who had been found dead in the early hours of the morning today. Burned alive this time? Oddly, no fire has spread. Whatever damage has been contained within the place the body was found. The room itself, however, has been completely vandalized. Help me, help me, help me. Another murder, the authorities claim. Man burned after room catches fire? Oh my god. Isabella and I knew better. Shit, what the fuck? So so one person has died. None of us shifts even after the report ends. But the room suddenly felt stifling, my bad. Ash's eyes have gone hooded with what appears to be restrained anger, and the remote in his hand creaks mildly under his grip. The stone is back in my stomach. The tiny little gripping inside my hands, growing with every passing second, is the dread. As the dread sinks in the thick of it, Isabella's voice is the one that breaks the hush. A small, weak thing on her own that wavers unevenly between words, and every syllable heavy with meaning.
This is because of that thing, isn't it? I did this somehow.
No, you didn't. When it fades away, all that's left in the air is her doubt and fear, while we can do is the cope. All we can do is cope. Shit. Is there something I can do to make her feel better? Stay silent. How can we fix something that is beyond our control, though? Like, dude, like... What? Oh, shit, dude. Like, damn. What the hell, man? Do we stay silent? Hold on for a second.
It ain't too late. We could still fix this. There's 3 of us here. 4 if you count Rebecca.
No, she's staying away from this.
Yeah, let's not get her involved. After that, she lifts her gaze at me, eyes steady and shoulders squared, as she folds it against the baffled look I give her. Although in the next second it immediately softens, and it takes me by surprise nevertheless. In those brief moments, it's like I faced a different person.
I don't want to involve her in this any more than I already have. Both of you as well.
I already said it. That's completely out of the question. Stop asking.
Still in all, that's 2 extra heads who can do the thinking. Between us 3, I'm sure we'll figure something out pretty soon.
Don't make this whole thing sound like it's a piece of cake to deal with.
It ain't. But better than sitting around, yeah? Plan is still a plan.
You're going to shoot yourself in the foot one day with that kind of thinking. We don't even know who's doing this.
Yeah.
The last 2 murders might just be similar incidents done by 2 different suspects.
I don't know.
Hasn't stopped you from going after them before. Remember that time when you...
Okay, stop right there. There will be no retelling of that incident today, Z-Man. Or ever.
Keep calling me Z-Man and maybe I will.
Suddenly Isabella laughs, though muffled by her hand. It rings light and easy against the quick tension in the room. Still a far cry from the usual cheer she carries, but brings the room a welcome shift in the otherwise dreary mood.
Thanks, you two.
I'll tell you about it when he's not around.
Give it up, Z-Man. She's not interested.
Who says I'm not?
Ash makes a small face but chuckles at the gesture despite himself.
Why am I even friends with you two?
And like this, most of our words ebb away, if only for a few moments. They take their leave mere minutes close to sundown. But regardless of the lighter mood, a little has been said of their plans, only vague hints of what they aim to do after. While it ain't any of my business to know, something about this whole thing still gnaws at me. A tiny passing through urges me to do something as well. At this hour, the streets are once again busy with people heading home after a hard day's work. The little bustle matters to them as they step out of the crowd walkway, however. Ash especially. There's only his goal in his mind, and I'd wager there's nothing I can do to help him at this point. He's probably deciding on it long before they make the decision to drop by. But despite this, Isabella lags behind. A worried crease is back with her forehead as she watches Ash leave to get his car.
Something wrong, Bella?
No, actually, can you check on Becca for me after this? I really didn't get the chance to tell her where I'm headed off to. Tell her I'm okay and no, just that. That's all.
You sure I should skip on that part? If she finds out about this, she'll be angry.
Yeah.
I don't really want to deal with angry Rebecca. It gives me a stomachache just thinking about it.
Neither do I, but I'll handle it if she gets mad. Just make sure she's safe and tell her to be careful. You too. Take care of yourself.
Almost abruptly, she pauses at the gate. She pauses the gaze in her eyes, hardening as she lapse into another one of those long-distance silence from earlier. This ain't just because of the whole fiasco with the letter anymore.
I don't want what happened to Rose to happen to you guys as well.
Yeah. This one cut deeper. Before I can ask about it, Ashton returns, casually swinging his car keys on one hand and gestures at Isabella.
Come on, we don't have much time. Shirley's waiting.
Shirley?
Who's sure? Oh, right. Don't answer that. I don't want to hear it, you huge dork.
Says the person who gave her stuffed toys names. Batcat? Really?
It's cute. Yours is just weird. I'll see you later, Zach.
She spares me another smile as I watch her walk off. Only now did it occur to me that none of those she gave today ever did reach her eyes. I make a grab for the back of Ash's parka. He staggers briefly before correcting himself and shooting me a confused stare.
Is she all right?
What? Who's okay?
Isabella. She's been, I don't know, out of it today? Did something happen earlier?
The scowl in his face says it all.
She's actually been like that this morning. I'll ask, but...
Just do me a favor and watch over her. We have no idea what we're dealing with. I don't know what happened to her since the last time I saw her, but from how she's been doing today, whatever it is, seems like a pretty big deal. Wait, you didn't annoy her again, did you? Because I swear to God, if you did, you've got another thing coming for you.
What? No. Why would I?
I'm just asking. I'll take your word for it. But if you can find out what's bothering her, that'd be nice. Honestly, I don't think it's the letter this time.
I don't think it's the letter either, but I don't know.
I'll see what I can do.
Make sure you keep yourself out of harm's way, alright?
Yeah, you too. Don't do anything reckless again.
Reckless, no. But I can't make you the promise I won't do anything. After seeing that, there's no way in hell I'm going to pretend there ain't a problem when there is. This is a really big one, and I'll be damned if I let anything happen to you guys while I sit here. I'm done running when things get tough.
He's about to argue for a moment, but
Look, bro, if things ain't good, I'll be the first one out. But allow me this one thing, alright? Just this one time. If it doesn't work out, you'll be the first one to know. You can laugh then, or berate me all you want. But please don't ask me to step aside like I'm incapable of doing anything to help.
I have no idea if it is the look on my face or the tone of my voice. Ultimately, though, his mouth presses into a thin line. Ultimately, although his mouth presses into a thin line, he nods.
All right. Stay safe, Zach.
When he stumbles into the sidewalk and allows the afternoon crowd to swallow him whole, I like to think the tiny gleam in his eyes is the closest we can get to optimism in this situation. Whether that alone will be enough to give me a peaceful sleep tonight remains to be said. Night falls, and despite my best attempts, sleep continues to elude me. With her image still stuck in my head, the flashing every few moments, it catches me off guard with Ma's lullaby still echoing in my ears, no longer the soft tone it once was, and a terrible gnawing at the pit of my stomach. It's no wonder I can't bring myself to drift off even for a little while. It is not as if there's a complete lack of things to do while waiting for sleep to come, if it ever will be. At 2:45 in the morning, I find myself cleaning my photography equipment for no other reason than just to pass time. Though if I am going to be honest, it is not the night terrors that are keeping me wide awake tonight, with the anxiety and the hope of I'll hear from Ash or Isabella soon. And for what perhaps for the 42nd time, and my eyes shift over to the end of the table where my phone lies still. I've not heard from them since they left. They haven't promised a call, of course, but a small part of me wishes they would have the common sense to have, at the very least. While waiting is a tough game, with the concerns stretching out the minutes far long than usual, it is impossible for unpleasant thoughts not to enter my mind. Moreover, it does not help that when the clock finally strikes the oh shit! My hand stands still. My hand stills. It'll be a complete and utter lie to say my heart didn't leap straight through my throat in that brief second. My whole body has gone motionless, my ears straining for any further sounds. A couple of tense seconds pass. Nothing. Of course, with how old the building I'm staying in, the power fluctuations ain't anything new. Every now and then this will happen, leaving a few tenants in a rather bad mood. Nothing unusual anymore after a few years of living here. But this time, a hush brings with it a stillness that raised the hair at the back of my head, of my neck, at the back of my neck, and sent my heart beating hard against my chest. Something reeks in the air. In an instant, this place is no longer home. It's a prison. Every rational fiber in my being screams at me to leave. I force myself to swallow and keep a clear head as I lie down all my cleaning tools and begin gathering together the rest of my things scattered about the table. The camera's body, lens, filters, diffuser, phone, anything in my head could reach. But in the resulting panic, like the nightmares, it is the scent that reaches me. A foul, putrid smell filling my lungs with the heavy stink of death.
Hello? I know you're in here. What do you want?
Something moves behind me. A soft scuttling over the walls, followed by the squelch and painful creaking of what can only be rotting flesh and broken bones. Without hesitation, I whirled around my fingers and camera ready, patiently waiting for another movement.
Leave now! There's nothing here for you!
Oh. There's a brief moment of silence after, and for a short while, I think my pleas work. Oh, then with no warning, the shuffling resumes. The shuffling resumes, and along with it, the sobs of a woman. Oh, come on. What am I supposed to take it? Oh shit, hold on. What exactly am I supposed to take a picture of? Oh shit. I should have saved it just in case. Oh shit, hold on. Wait, hold on. I want to see what will happen. Hold on first. Okay, I guess. I should have saved it, but it's all good. Oh, hell no. Nope. Pacing as always. What the hell?
But I can't run. Not this time. Damn it! I knew I should have asked him before I let him leave.
Yeah.